Okay, guys, welcome to Reflection Friday. This episode is a bit late just because I felt sick over the weekend and lots of things happening here and there, but we're here. That's the most important thing. I don't have my producer around now, so I'm just try to get all my stuff together and everything. So, first thing I think we should talk about first is the past fight, which was Tyron Woodley versus Darren Till. That was a tough fight. Unfortunately, I never got to give my breakdown before the event. But I must say, I'm impressed with Tyron Woodley. I mean, the guy is he's a real champion, you know. You think about it, I was just talking to someone yesterday. You think about it. The 125 division, Demetrius Johnson, he just lost his belt to Henry Cejudo. 135 division, Cody Garbrandt just lost his belt to TJ Dillashaw. 145 division, Max Holloway, he was sick, and there's a huge threat by what's his name, Brian Ortega, because he's really good. Brian Ortega is really good, so that's definitely a huge threat to Max Holloway. And Max Holloway was sick, couldn't fight. And then you got the 155 division, which is up for grabs. I mean, well, I shouldn't say up for grabs. Khabib is the current champion. Habib is the current champion, but we'll see what happens when he faces Conor. You got that one. And then the 170 division, Woodley, he's the one guy that's been constantly defending with no issues. Think about that. 185 division, Bisping lost his belt to GSP. 205 division, Cormier, he lost to Jones. He lost to Jones. Still his worst loss. Think about that. Heavyweight champion Stipe Miocic lost to Cormier. So the real champion that's really defending right now is Tyron Woodley, and I think people ignore the fact that this guy is the real deal, and he tries his best to save that belt and hold on to that belt. If you're even talking about unbeaten champions, Joanna lost the belt too. I mean, Amanda still has a belt. I know, Shevchenko and Nico, which it's unfortunate, but I mean, I honestly thought that fight was going to go one way. Anyways, Shevchenko was just too mean. She's probably definitely going to win, for sure. I don't see how Nico's getting away with the win there. Nico was sick, and guys, no matter what, the hospital wrote a note about it and said her kidneys were failing. So no matter what, I think we should put some consideration to that. Those things, if a doctor writes a note, and if she had to go to the hospital and all that, we should also remember that that's a big deal. It's not necessarily because she is scared of Shevchenko. It could be because she's scared, who knows, but she had a real illness, so let's not be insensitive to those things. Yeah, so that was that. Next current event I want to talk about. I'm taking all these from globalnews.ca as of Sunday. What's today's date? September 9th. And this is trending news from globalnews.ca, Canadian website. So first trending news says Nike online sales increased 31% since Colin Kaepernick ad reveal study. I don't know much about that, but I've been hearing Nike with an ad and people going crazy. I'm not quite sure what's going on. I think I have to dive into that and give my opinion on that. Next thing I see here is, okay, this is the one I really want to talk about. Tesla shares fall after Elon Musk smokes weed on Joe Rogan's podcast. Cut the guy a break, man. Cut the guy a break. Seriously, legit. Okay, guys, okay, I'm going to try to collect my thought on these as best as I can, and I'm going to try to go from a sequential timeline. Okay, here we go. They're just trying to trigger me, I don't know why. Listen, we all know what Joe Rogan stands for, okay? He's one of the best podcasters out there. I look up to him. He's one of the people that inspired me to even do this. He is not a guy that stands for fraud. He's not a guy that stands for unfairness or anything like that. He's not a negative kind of person. He's an assertive, confident guy, and he spreads positivity in his own way. It might not be every episode or anything like that, but the man means good. Okay, you definitely know the man means good. You definitely know that. Sorry, I'm sick. I can't speak well. So, and for some reason, people tie marijuana to something negative. I understand, in the past or whatever, people that used to smoke weed have not been known for good things and all that stuff. But, like, nowadays, there's more research on the topic of marijuana, and, there's more understanding that it's not the way people think it is, you know, and I'm not trying to advocate marijuana, but to me, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal at all. It really isn't. It doesn't change who the man is. It doesn't change what he believes. It's not a big deal. The good people that you even see on TV, who knows, like the good people you see on TV, I don't want to call names, who knows, but the good people you see on TV, you don't even know what they're doing behind doors. We've heard of Disney actors and actresses and other people that, overdose, or they smoke, or they do weed, they overdose on cocaine, so many drugs and all that, but in the public perspective, you see them as good people, you know? And here is a man smoking weed, which doesn't even change his character or anything like that, doesn't define who he is, and everybody throws a tantrum. I don't see the big deal in that. Cut the guy some slack. He's an innovator. He's a pioneer, and he's on JRE's podcast. And I know JRE always wanted him there for a long time. Always talked about Elon Musk. Personally, I couldn't even believe it. When I saw it, I was so happy, So the man's just trying to, he's just trying to feel free. He's just trying to relax a little bit. What's the big deal? Why is everybody making that a big deal? I don't get it. I do not get it. It doesn't change who he is. It doesn't change what he believes. Most people smoke pot in their houses anyways. Even half of those CEOs that quit and all that kind of stuff, they smoke pot in their houses. So why are they throwing tantrums over this? Doesn't make sense. And apart from that, I just watched an analysis saying that, part of it is maybe Elon was trying to, because he's a really smart guy. So maybe he was trying to reduce the shares for his company so he could buy more and then own more percentage of the company. Sure, it's maybe true, whatever. Who cares? But whatever it is, the man is smart and you guys are buying into it. If that's the reason, the man is smart and you guys are buying into it. Because it shouldn't even be a big deal. Like, the guy was even trying to have his podcast, okay? And people were texting him that, he shouldn't swear, he shouldn't do this, he shouldn't do that. Like, just give the man a break, man. Give the man a break. Elon, you know what? I love you on my podcast, too. You were great on JRE. Yeah, give the man a break, please. That's all I gotta say about that one. Tesla CEO Elon Musk smoking weed on Joe Rogan's podcast. Okay, yeah, all right. And another thing I want to say too is R.I.P. to Burt Reynolds and Mac Miller. Now may their soul rest in peace. May they have eternal rest, and may the families be comforted. And I heard there's another natural disaster in Japan as well. Again, my thoughts and prayers go out to them. This one here says, engage too quickly. What it takes for relationships to last. So they were talking about Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin. I don't really know about Justin Bieber's background and Hailey Baldwin. I don't know much about them. But what I'm going to say is, my time is up. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up quick. What I have to say is, for a relationship to last, you need communication, understanding, tolerance, commitment. That's it. Communication and understanding is big. Tolerance, you have to tolerate them, because sometimes, honestly, they feel like you don't even know them at all. Once you can have all those things, you're in a solid relationship. But obviously that comes after the fact that you find the person attractive and you guys have common goals and you guys love each other. Those are important things. So again, communication, understanding, common goals, tolerance, and you're good. Okay, guys, this has been Reflection Friday. Stay safe.